next toast. But before I do this, I have to do one other thing. Maurice has begged me to say something. He's begged me to say something. And I've said that I can't do it, Lisa would get so mad. But I'm going to do it anyway. For those of you who have any interest in third-party energy, there will be a seminar at the hotel tomorrow morning at 9 to 11 on Viridian. How to switch over, how to become an associate. So he asked me to say that on third-party energy. And now with all that said, the next toast is being given by Lisa's beautiful sister, Dana. Hello, is over there. As part of the introduction, I have to say something. One of the things that you've heard mentioned before, in a friendly family, becoming part of a family, there's 3 very important rules. Rule 1, Rule 7, and Rule 12. If you want to know what the rules are, I'll tell you later, except for one of them. Rule 7 means,
oh my God, get over it!
Rule 7 means that when you tell somebody something, they can't repeat it. So Dana repeated that I was giving the speech.
We have a rule in my family. It's when my mom starts hitting you with her ring, just like that, you tell. It's a pretty tough act to follow. I'm not like Mitch, I'm not an MC in different places, and I'm not doing an impression of Minnie Mouse. This actually is my room. So I have mine typed up. I hope you're not offended by it. But good evening, everyone. This is a great day for a wedding, or what? Was it beautiful? Okay. And who thinks it's a great day for taxes? Anybody? Yeah. Mike, you're doing yours tomorrow, right? Yeah, you're doing it tomorrow. Okay. For those who don't know you, I am Lisa's sister. We're much, much younger sister. I'm your matron of honor, Dana. I don't like to drag on. For those who know me, I get right to the point, right, Lisa? So I make this short and sweet. Right. They're comfortable, really. Snuggling. Okay. So it's a very special day for our family, and not only because we're welcoming the kind and wonderful and beautiful Frumkin family into ours. You know, we're also really excited because we're all hoping that Lisa's marriage marks the end to the side pose and getting just the right picture. Okay? No fooling anyone, Lisa, anymore. Maurice knows exactly what you look like from front, back, and to the side, okay? And yes, we all know that you have a six-pack now. You want to show it off one more time? Okay. Yeah. Lisa's been working out like crazy. She has a six-pack. Yeah, she fit into the dress. She's too small for the dress. But you know that there was a time when Lisa wasn't always so meticulous about photos, okay? And I know you're all saying, what? We all do the side pose because of Lisa. But no, she wasn't meticulous about photos or makeup or clothes or shaving. That's from hippie to hipster, that's our Lisa. But I want to start a little bit earlier, okay? I can't bring you to the very beginning. Since I said earlier, I'm from a much younger sister. We're the Sherman cousins. Younger ones right here, okay? They thought I was the older one. But from as far back as I can remember, Lisa's had a zest for life. And for food, certainly for food. Big zest for food. And beer, now that I think of it, she has a zest for beer. Okay. But seriously, Lisa was a beautiful child. And I think that deep down, she was excited to have a little sister. I mean, who wouldn't be, right? Okay, maybe it was really deep down. Lisa and I fought just a little bit as children. Yeah, okay. I was waiting for that from the back. Okay. We just fought a little bit, but those were the good times. We had our good times. Like when she would babysit me and feed me non-edible items, right? Those were some good times, right, Lisa? Before I knew it, Lisa was in college. She really came out of her shell there. And she came out of her comfort zone. For instance, Lisa took up hobbies like aromatherapy. I think this is also where she picked up her love of mountain biking that has persisted throughout her adult life, so much so that she signs up for charity rides. That's what separates Lisa from the masses. She really is such a giver. Okay? It's at about this time that I think Lisa and I may have inadvertently become just a little bit competitive. For instance, Lisa received 2 degrees from the University of Illinois, so I, of course, had to complete 2 degrees. Natural. So to carry on with the trend, Lisa decided to leave the country. She went on an adventure after college, and she went to the Peace Corps in Belize. So naturally, when I graduated, I had to move to Australia. But we're very mature, and so we didn't pursue this competition. Yeah, right. So I carried on, and I got a master's. So Lisa went and got herself an Ivy League master's. Actually, 2 of them. Okay? Not to be outdone, I carried on with my PhD. So naturally, Lisa decided to go on and get a doctorate at Harvard. After a grueling few years of tirelessly dedicating herself to maybe thinking about perhaps starting her research, Lisa instead decided that the intense study of the species Maurice trumpinus would deliver greater satisfaction in life. Right. But by the way, Lisa, those Harvard t-shirts you got everyone, they were just beautiful. Beautiful. The competition carried on in life. Lisa really embraced technology. She would have been an early adopter, too, if she hadn't been living in Belize when Al Gore invented the internet. But seriously, Lisa has really thrown herself into e-commerce. The guilt returns department at the Brooklyn shipyard knows her by name. In the spirit of competition, I decided to up my game a little, so I bought my house on the internet. And not to be outdone, Lisa then found her husband on the internet. So I guess you win, Ace. You can be nudie, and I'll be nudie for the next 30 years, okay? Now, I know you've all read on the wedding website Lisa's story and Maurice's story about how they met on e-learning. By this time, Lisa and I were the closest of friends, no more fighting, and no more feeding the other rubber. Yes, it was rubber. She fed it to me a lot. So Lisa called me shortly after signing up for eHarmony. She was slightly impatient, since the internet had thus far provided immediate gratification in life. But it was a good 3 weeks or so after opening her account before she told me about a person who had messaged her, who also worked for the Department of Ed. He was, as she said, really cute. Now, I can't tell you exactly what she said after that. It's not that I don't listen or that her stories aren't riveting. Lisa. But you may know that Lisa likes to provide the context for each and every story she tells. And I admit that maybe I didn't catch all of it. I may have stepped out for a bit to take the dogs for a walk or to knit a sweater. But I assure you when I returned, she was still talking about how promising his profile sounded. So I awaited the debrief, and luckily Lisa was on her way to my house to celebrate Halloween shortly after the first date. After a 3-hour side pose photo session in her costume, yes, 3 hours, she wanted to make sure she had pictures to send to Maurice. It was time to get down to business. So I said, how was the date? And she said, I'm going to marry him. It wasn't for another month or 2 that I got to meet Maurice. I arrived in town as a result of a boondoggle. I was here for work, and I met Lisa for a sake tasting. We waited for Maurice to join us, and we stood by the entrance, and my job was actually to guess which of the approaching men was Maurice. It wasn't a very hard task. And I should let you know, we also play Spot the Rat on the subway, so I'm really good at this on the stage, right? I'm looking, but it was the easiest task in the world because it was obvious when he appeared from around the corner. This was the man my sister was going to marry. They really were that compatible, and I'd never before seen Lisa's eyes sparkle like they do whenever Maurice entered the room. So I wish you a lifetime of that sparkle. Since that first night, Maurice has become a brother to me and to Ashley. He's become a son to my parents, and he was grandson to my late grandfather. I thank you both so much for letting me be a part of your celebration and your lives. Lisa, I'll thank you only once because I know that you're not deaf and you can see me. Okay? Maurice, I checked with Dana, and you and Lisa are certain to have a long, happy, healthy life together. So please, folks, let's raise our glasses to a lifetime of happiness and sparkle.
Okay, very quickly, I just want to thank a couple people, and then I'm going to turn it over to my beautiful wife. I'd like to thank a few people. First of all, Lauren from... Lauren, not only is she my beautiful first niece or nephew, the first niece or nephew in the family, Lauren, in case you didn't know this already, designed the website for our wedding, which was unbelievable. And there's going to be, in case you didn't know this already, there's a slideshow going on in the movie theater in the back. Lauren did the entire slideshow, and I gotta tell you, I watched it last night, and it's unbelievable. So, at some point tonight, you gotta go see it. It's really amazing. And I also wanted to thank my incredible nieces and nephews who helped out with the wedding, especially, you know, the ones that held the chuppah tonight, Austin, Atlee, Talia, and Kyle. They're coming up here. How lucky am I to have incredible nieces and nephews. And my nephew Seth, my godson, my nephew Seth, come here, that traveled from Israel to be at this wedding. And the two, just in case you didn't know, we had a couple of ushers at the wedding. My nephew, Adam Frumkin. My new brother-in-law, Ashley Breed. Ashley, who came all the way from Texas with Dana. And Zach Lakin, who, my other nephew, basically. And I want to thank everybody for coming from really, really far away. Some people from Spain, some people from California. Unbelievable. And I have to, and I want to thank, and I have to thank the people responsible for bringing this beautiful, incredible woman into my life.
Harmony.
Not only Dr. Warren, but Lisa's mom and dad, Alan and Jackie, thank you so much. And I have to thank my best man, Mitch Frumkin, wonderful MC this evening. Dana Breed, my new sister-in-law, who is already like a sister to me. My siblings, Arlene Frumkin, who signed the ketubah, thank you very much. Neva, raise her hand. Lynn Frumkin, who's here somewhere. Karen Maurice, right there. And me. And then my beautiful parents, please. You lay it out. who, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for that one drunken night of debauchery. They're still recovering from that evening.
Blame Johnny Walker for that.
I think that's it. You can tell I suffer from my brother's lack of words. With that, I would like to turn it over to my beautiful new wife, Lisa Hillary Pulaski.
Lisa Hillary Frumpkin.
Thank you to my husband.
No? She's not taking his name.
She's not taking his name.
What?
Especially to all of our friends and family who
I don't-
traveled from far. Thank you for celebrating with us, and thank you to the Frumpkins for welcoming me into your family from the first moment. Love being a part of you. My family loves being around you. I'm just so happy, and everyone knows that I adore my husband. So thank you so much, and now let's have a party.
Okay, folks, it's